Welcome to my channel, folks. So first off, I want to say if you happen to like outdoor popular tourist attractions, outdoor photography, if you like vehicle maintenance tips and tricks, which I'm not going to do a lot of, or if you happen to like product recommendations and reviews, definitely consider clicking that subscribe button. And if you happen to like this video, click the thumbs up. But anyway, without further ado, we're going to get right into it. And obviously, there's a million people that are going to have their opinions on empathy or empath or being an empath. So I made this video because a lot of people, whether it's friends or family around me, think I'm nuts. They're like, there's no such thing as an empath. You can't be an empath. So all you that are clicking on this, and maybe your eyes are open to the point where you're starting to like be able to be empathetic around people, or you're starting to notice that the people that you're around and the places that you're in, you're actually starting to be able to read the energy, if that makes any sense. Reading the energy. So if I tell people that aren't empathetic or people that don't have the spiritual level that I have, that there was a bad vibe or something didn't feel right, the place I was at drained me or something along them lines, they just laugh at me. They're like, you are freaking nuts. Like, I don't even know, you're crazy. Like, I've had people in my family and they're just like, you need to go see a psychologist. You are nuts. Like, you don't even know what is wrong with you. What are you talking about? They don't understand. And even somebody in my family will say, when I say you don't understand, they'll make fun of me for saying you don't understand. So in my life, everything that I've done as far as jobs, to make a brief history on my life, I was at a place for basically about 18 years of my life. It was a small Buick GMC Pontiac dealer at the time. And before that, I actually dropped out of high school. I got my GED and I started working at Walmart. And I was pushing cars for a living while I was going to school. And then when I dropped out of school, I got my GED and I started working at Walmart full time. And I transitioned from pushing shopping carts to lawn and garden. And then I actually had a buddy of mine at the time. He was the night supervisor, and after he had left, he went to go work for a plumbing company. I stepped into his position, which was like a 25-cent raise to be a night supervisor at the time, and I was about 20-something years old. And from there on out, my high school was a technical high school, not to get off topic, but so my technical high school was, I was trained to do automotive work. Even though I dropped out of it, I still got that part of the automotive aspect of it, and I also got the academics that I pretty much lacked because it was a technical high school, so I lacked the academics because one week I'd be in there in the automotive shop and the other week I would be doing the academics, so I didn't get all my algebra, which I still don't use that today, but I didn't get to get a lot of higher end math and different things in English that a lot of other people did. So anyway, just going on with life. The dealership that I actually worked at for a long time, I feel like it was meant to be. So when I got there was actually 7 of us in the building that are left-handed. And first off, we know that nowadays lefties are a little more common than they used to be, but there was 7 left-handed people in there, which in my little town was actually pretty rare. Being an empath also, you have or I want to say if you're an empath or even your eyes are open, a lot of people would call it your third eye. You have the ability to see things that other people don't. From a young age, I've had this ability, and I'll tell you a quick, brief story. So, as anybody that knows me, I used to be a pretty good partier, and most of the time it was up in the woods, and I'd go up and we'd party at a cabin, or it would be a fire or something. We would just go out where nobody was around, and we'd have a few beers, and basically where we wouldn't harm anybody. Me and my friends had Jeeps, and that's what we did. We went off-roading, and we like to have fires, and you'd have a few drinks where you weren't bothering anybody, and you were just out in nature, and it just felt good to be outside, so that's what we would do at that time in my life. So one night, I didn't really have many friends around. There was one person that I knew, him and his girlfriend. I knew of them. They went four-wheeling with us and stuff, and we kind of, we were just mutual friends, friends of a friend. And they asked me, they said, I'm going to a party up at this, I won't name the cabin, but there was a cabin that we were going to go up to that night. And I didn't really know many of the people up there, so I was kind of lonely. Actually, me and my girlfriend just broke up, and I said, heck with it. So I said, but I'm going to take my own vehicle in case I want to leave. So I took my vehicle up there, and to make a long story short, When I got there, I had this weird feeling come over me, like something, just something told me, like something bad, something weird's gonna happen. Like there was just like this eerie feeling. My energy didn't feel good. Like I kind of got sick to my stomach. And most normal people, or people without not only empathy but intuition, wouldn't really have this sense. So this sense of danger that I was sensing later on, in the end of the night, we had, went up there, and I probably had maybe like a couple of beers or twisted teas what I used to drink and things like that. And the feeling come over me, and I just left. I said, I don't feel good. I'm leaving. I got a weird feeling. And I didn't tell anybody I had a weird feeling. I just said, hey guys, I'm headed out. I'm tired. I'm going home to bed. Well, the next day I woke up, and the kid that went to the party, he either called me or texted me or something like that. And he said, hey, so and so threw bricks and this person was fighting and all this stuff. So somebody got bricks thrown at him and a bunch of stuff happened and people got hurt. And this was about 20 years ago in my life. So I had that intuition and that empathy to know something wasn't right. So people, like bad feelings or gut feelings, besides empathy, they're true. So, well, I got a little bit off topic there and kind of gave you a little brief history of my life. What I was actually getting at is being empathetic and being able to feel the energy in the room makes a big part of everything. It's a big part of everything in your life. And if you're not empathetic, sometimes the people that aren't empathetic or empaths, their energy's so high, and they may have the capability of being an empath, but if there's someone next to them that has poor energy or something's odd, they won't have that sense to be able to feel that energy. So it's tough being an empath, but the ones that know. Another thing that plays a big role on being an empath is the way you eat, which in all honesty, lately, I'll be honest, my mental health hasn't been that great. I've been down. I don't feel myself. I'm not happy where I live, and I don't feel like I belong here, so that plays a big role. And it's everybody's like, shoot for the sky and do this and do that, and everybody's got their opinion on what they want you to do, what you should be doing. And I just try to do whatever works for me and to keep my life simple. And that's that's one of the reasons why I do what I do in my life. I'm not going to babble on forever, but breaking down empathy or empath, if you look it up, and I don't even have a phone in front of me right now, or my phone in front of me, but it's one that has the ability to feel another's emotion. So basically, in simple terms, if I'm around someone day in, day out, whether it's a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, or just a person I'm working with and I'm close to them, just say they went out and they got drunk the night before and I'm near them and I come into work the next morning, I will actually feel their bad energy, and I won't like feel the hangover, but I'll just feel like not myself. And sometimes when you're empathetic, the hardest thing to do, and comment and let me know if this is you too, is to actually separate yourself from someone else. So like we have to go ground ourselves. We actually have to go out in the middle of the woods where there's nobody around. Me, I like to get out by water. I don't know what it is. It's just being by a river, being by a lake, probably because my zodiac sign is Cancer and I'm actually a water sign. It like cleanses my soul. It makes me feel like $1 million. And while I don't eat 100% like I should, and I actually made a video on it that I'm going to start jogging around on the treadmill, I haven't done none of that. I haven't had the motivation to. I don't feel the energy I need to in the place I'm in to be able to do these things and be myself. And that's my next step in life. So if any of you are watching, we've got our place for sale, and it's a big controversy, and there's a lot of control over my head. It's very hard to. I'm not saying to people that are bad, they're bad where I live, because I don't ever judge anybody. I don't care if they smoke, they drink, whatever they do. But when I feel it and I see it around me, I don't I don't judge them for doing it, because that was once me. But I look at it different now. I just would rather go out and be by the lake in a day, and a sunny day makes me feel good, where a cloudy day, with being as empathetic as I am, it literally brings me into this deep depression. Winter brings me into a deep depression. Depending on what I'm doing for a living, brings me into a deep depression. But anybody that watches this and they'll always sit home every day, this is not the life I want to live. I don't want to sit home every day. Like I have wicked struggles with trying to find what I'm doing, what I should be doing. And if I was offered a job of $125,000 a year in a big place, and this was just last year, and the moment I stepped foot in this building around hundreds and hundreds of, or probably thousands of people, yeah, thousands of people, I got this confusion. I've got this, like, my mind scrambles. I can't remember how to get out of the place. It was so big, and I just, around people, I feel everything, and it's so hard to tell a normal person what I feel. So in the automotive world, when I even worked there, and I'm going to wrap this video up, but real quick, I figured out things on my Tacoma that I had my 11, that some wiring problems. I went and got wiring diagrams. I used my voltmeter, my voltmeter, and I read wiring diagrams, and I did things that I could never do when I was around people, because I'd get that confusion and that weird feeling. So whatever I do in life, I accomplish it with my own spirits by my side, which, if it makes sense, it'll make sense to you if you're spiritual and empathetic, and alone. So it's a wicked tough life. But again, if you've got this far, give it a thumbs up if you like it, and definitely consider subscribing. Let me know if you think I should post more videos about spiritual type of stuff, or spiritual type of stuff, and I'll definitely do that. And let me know your experience. And I'm 41 years old today, and this is in 2025. I had to think for a second. And I've come a long ways since my 20s, and you know, age groups play a big role in things too, which I want to get into. But everything changes. I want to say around 38, 39 years old into 40, everything changes in life. And if you watch this and you're younger, hold on, because you're in for a total different ride. And not only with the economy and everything that's going on right now makes things tough, no matter what happens in life. You know, I won, and I had a lot of materialistic stuff, and it didn't make me feel better than anybody else, and I had a lot of fun. Now I've got a basic vehicle that, you know, it needs some work, and it rolls down the road, and that's all I care about. But you know, another video I'm thinking about making a topic on is money. Is money happiness? And everybody says, no, money's not happiness. Well, it's better crying in the rain in a Cadillac than crying in the rain on a bicycle. But anyway, that's all, folks. Comment, let me know what you think, and if you liked it, click that thumbs up, and click that notification button if you want to hear more videos. And you know, start a YouTube channel. If anybody, any age, from, I think I've got my little cousin. My niece, I should say. Her and my cousin started a YouTube channel, and I think she's like, I don't know, 10, 11 years old, and he started a YouTube channel for her. And I think she's already got about 1,000 subscribers. And they're just making some little cartoons with some music, and he designed the music for her. So, and then I see there's people 80 years old, and they you know, all of a sudden I see it pop up on the screen. It's like, I'm 80 years old, and I started a YouTube channel. So I think it's kind of cool. You know, this is real. This is real life. You know, you can put yourself out there, especially if you're in a place that nobody listens to you. There's people all over the entire world that'll listen to you because they feel for you, because they may be the same while everybody around you isn't the same. But again, thanks for watching.